We finally got what looks like the first actually believable Doomsday plot leak. A new X-Men teaser plus the whole circus around Marvel's promo rollout just booted 2026 in the teeth. I'm gonna break down the leaked teaser bits and the most insane headlines from week 1, because yeah, I'm getting that goosebumps feeling too.
Will Marvel wipe out Namor and the X-Men in the first 5 minutes? Let's try to answer that too.
What's up? It's Lord of Leaks. Like, subscribe, and let's start cracking these teasers open.
By the way, make sure you watch till the end so you get the full picture of where the MCU stands right now. It matters.
One single second of Cyclops in that X-Men teaser did more for the character than Fox managed in 2 decades. But step by step, the teaser kicks off with Magneto delivering this dark little monologue about death coming for him, and it's set against a trashed X-Mansion. Charles and Eric are there doing their classic chest routine, only this time it's weirdly tender. They're holding hands, calm, united. That alone tells you the status quo. In this timeline, Magneto and Professor X aren't at each other's throats. They're together because something bigger is hunting them. And the Cyclops shot basically confirms what that something is. You can see a Sentinel behind him, the mutant killer robot. If you didn't get it from X-Men '97, you definitely remember the vibe from Days of Future Past. Magneto's words also make it feel like Cyclops isn't just angry for trailer drama. Something happened. Someone died. And since Marvel keeps underlining that Jean Grey, specifically the Famke Janssen version, isn't in the lineup, the cleanest assumption is Jean is the loss that breaks Scott. Which is honestly a smart pivot. We've been force-fed Jean stories forever. Giving Cyclops real tragedy up front instantly upgrades him into an actual lead. It raises stakes immediately, and it matches those set photos we already saw, Sentinels crawling all over the mansion. So the opening of Doomsday looks like it starts with the X-Men getting wiped out. The messy part is which X-Men reality this even is, because the Fox ending territory is a headache. Logan basically lives in a world where Charles spiraled and everything died. Yet everyone looks familiar here, so the obvious conclusion is same faces, different branch. And if that's true, then Wolverine in that universe should be alive and kicking, hard to erase even by Marvel standards. Which also means Hugh Jackman could be doing more than one thing in Doomsday, unless they decide to brutalize him anyway just to shove the spotlight onto Cyclops, also possible. Now here's the spicy part. This teaser lines up almost too perfectly with a brand new plot leak that only covers the first chunk of the movie and then goes totally silent. That's why it smells like controlled leak energy again. And honestly, with Marvel, that's not even paranoid. Every teaser we saw first showed up as a leak. So yeah, I buy it. The leak claims the Thunderbolts post-credits didn't just bring the Fantastic Four into the main MCU, it also brought Doom. Then, the Fantastic Four post-credits isn't Doom kidnapping Franklin at all. It's Doom showing up to ask for help with the multiversal incursions. They go to the main MCU, brief the Avengers on the multiverse collapsing, and then jump into the X-Men reality, because Doom thinks that world is ground zero for the next incursion. So once again, we're back to the same idea. Doom enters Doomsday framed as a hero, and only later do we learn he's the one who unleashed the Sentinels on the X-Mansion. And bigger picture, he starts targeting everyone he blames for the incursions, from Steve Rogers to Monica Rambeau. People on Reddit instantly yelled Mysterio 2.0, and I get it, but I wouldn't panic. It's only a garbage twist if Doom is just a fake good guy with mustache twirling evil underneath. That's not who Doom is, and that's not what Downey's been signaling. Downey's already basically framed Victor's mission like Tony's, saving people. Except now, the thing you're saving is the multiverse itself. And the key difference from Mysterio is this: Doom actually means it at first. He will genuinely try to help until he realizes the Avengers don't have the stomach for the brutal choices. Then he splits, stops asking permission, and decides he'll save reality his way. And honestly, in a movie where your biggest draw is the villain you eventually have to defeat, that's the smartest setup Marvel could possibly choose.
The smartest angle would be flipping the blame so the Avengers themselves feel like the problem, because they keep hesitating and can't make the hard call. Take out Steve Rogers, the man tied to the multiverse collapsing, where they hesitate to wipe out the mutants even if it saves their own reality. Simu Liu already mentioned an Avengers vs. X-Men clash, and it really looks like the incursion gets approached with fists first. But let's be real, neither side is built to start killing, even with whole universes at stake. Doom is, and that difference in nerve is your clean, believable reason for the fracture. So no, this doesn't have to be Mysterio again. They're clearly aiming for a Victor who lands as a villain you can still understand. Now let's jump to the next teaser, the M'Baku one. And the opening makes it clear Shuri is still the Black Panther. All those they're replacing her rumors? Maybe later, maybe not. But at the start, the board is exactly where we left it. Then we cut to Talokan. Namora and Namor show up with fresh redesigns, and thank God they finally don't look like bargain bin cosplay. The closer is the fun part. M'Baku meets Ben Grimm, and they riff on the iconic Groot-Steve Rogers intro. Same beat, different duo. M'Baku and Ben Grimm introduce themselves like their street name is their royal title, and Ben looks seriously upgraded too. Bulkier, healthier, more main event than his Fantastic Four look. That's what a real budget does when it hits. Wakanda's crew also gets updated suits with those embedded blue stones, which screams one thing. Wakanda and Talokan aren't just tolerating each other, they're locked into real, mutually beneficial cooperation with Namor in the mix. What the teaser is saying beyond that is still foggy. Ben Grimm crossing over with Black Panther is one of the weirdest pairings you could have predicted. But one piece is obvious. The Fantastic Four are coming to warn Earth about a multiversal threat, and they're already splitting up, because only Ben gets sent to Wakanda. Classic Marvel, classic Russos, odd collabs that somehow work. And even if this fourth teaser didn't drop a giant jaw-on-the-floor moment, it still hits, because Marvel is signaling they're not going full nostalgia bait. The current era characters aren't getting erased, they're getting redesigns, and Marvel is still trying to sell you on them. And that's important. Namor in Wakanda Forever had moments, and Shuri's Black Panther issues were way more script problem than audience problem. The Russos look like they're rebooting gently, not nuking the board, and they'll still use multiverse saga players. DC is literally the cautionary tale here. Go too extreme, reboot too hard, and you lose people. If Black Adam had gotten one more swing, a locked-in Rock could have actually landed it. The real headline from these four teasers, though, is this. They feel like four different movies. That's the multiverse vibe the multiverse saga kept failing to deliver. Marvel kept tying knots, cutting threads, turning the concept into a gag, and only Loki really committed to the idea. This time, it's played straight. Every teaser has its own flavor, its own implied storyline, and the big question is how the Russos plan to fuse all of that into one film without it collapsing under its own weight. But yeah, there are strong signs this teaser wave might be over. Rumors have been piling up, and apparently Marvel's original plan was to cap it with a Doctor Doom teaser next.
The way those other teasers popped off, it makes total sense they decided to hold Victor back as the final bite. We've still got a full year until release. No way they're dumping every ace immediately. But the door isn't closed. That Korean public ratings listing still shows the same four teasers, and now 2 more entries have quietly appeared, clocking in at 65 and 82 seconds. The insider guess is simple. They're just mashups of what's already out, designed to keep looping in theaters. Still, Avatar is going to dominate screens for a while, and that gives Marvel enough runway to drop not just a 5th or 6th, but practically a 10th teaser if they feel like it. And even if the extra teasers turn out to be nothing, February brings the Super Bowl. There's basically zero chance Doomsday doesn't show something fresh there. Honestly, Feige not unloading the entire arsenal a year early might be the smart play. You don't want the hype to peak too soon and the teasers to fade from memory. A real, full trailer? At this pace, you're probably looking closer to Spider-Man's summer window. Painfully slow, sure, but by Marvel standards, that's actual progress. They used to treat even mid-projects like 6 months out, then we'll talk. Now, at least we've got real material to chew on beyond leaks and whispers, though the whispers are still stacking up. One big one? Haley Atwell reportedly landed the largest Marvel role she's ever had in Doomsday, shows included. The word from journalists is that Peggy has serious screen time and plays as a proper active character, not a decorative prop orbiting Steve Rogers. Another rumor? Major additional filming is set for April, and it won't be a tiny patch job, it's supposed to be massive. The focus, first and foremost, is bringing in the people who missed the initial shoot, and yeah, everyone's eyes are on Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Insiders also claim April is when Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman really step into the heavy shooting, and they're not background flavor, they'll be front and center. And it won't stop with Doomsday either. That early Wolverine solo chatter? Supposedly, it's just one item on a much bigger mutant menu, because after Secret Wars, Marvel wants an absurd amount of mutant-centric projects, with some already quietly underway. Deadpool 4 is the easiest guess in the world, so congratulations. Reynolds and Jackman are basically signed until they qualify for retirement benefits. And then Tom Hiddleston, in the most uncharacteristic move imaginable, straight up confirmed he's got a crucial part in Doomsday. Most actors deny everything until premiere week. He went the other way and said his role is monumental and directly shapes the story. Then he doubled down, saying the central concept of Doomsday is something cinema hasn't done before. Tell me what you think in the comments, and if you liked the video, I'd really appreciate the like and the subscription. Seriously, it matters. New video lands tomorrow. Ciao!